you're all coaches. And you're all coaches from different walks of life, but suffice to say, you're probably some of the best coaches in the world. Doesn't matter if it's business, executive, personal, health, wellness, sport, doesn't matter. If you're watching this, you're already dedicated to serving your clients better. You want to get more clients. You want to charge more money so that you can make a bigger difference. And you want to do this all so that it can be faster and with less effort. That's the point. So you probably have tools. You probably already have this methodology or that methodology or this scorecard or that process. And those tools are absolutely critical to the type of coaching that you do. They speak to the industry that you're in. But have you ever stopped to think that there's something even more basic underneath all of those tools, right? That if you could crack that, it wouldn't matter what kind of coaching you did, you could guarantee that the success would be there. We've already talked a little bit about some of the criteria required for successful coaching. Your clients got to have desire and they got to have willingness, right? And you got to know what it means for them to be a client. They've got to have an investment. You've got to be compensated. You need to not be part of the problem, things like that. That's all critical. But now let's talk about the tools. Let's talk about the actual process of coaching. So what happens in the process of coaching is basically the client comes to you with their current model of reality. So we'll call it the current reality, okay? Current reality. So this is where they are now, right? So this is their problem, okay? This is their problem, what they want to change. Now, eventually, what they want from you is a new reality, right? They want this new reality where they want a new way of being, which is, the new reality down the road after you finish working with them. So what has to happen in between the current reality and the new reality? Most coaches think it's just the tools. Just throw the tools at them and they'll be fine. But I'd like you to consider there's a couple of things that actually happen in this process that are critical to the process of coaching. One is you have to loosen the model of reality. Before you can just change it, it helps if you shake it up a bit, if you destabilize their certainty in the way it is now. That's very effective. Now, how many of you actually dedicate some time to loosening their grip on the way it is to make it easier to make the change, right? So you got to loosen the model. Then you make the change. Now, this can be all the tools that you use to make that change, right? So then you make the change. So current reality, loosen the model, make the change. But then what other coaches fail to do also is sort of clean it up in case there are any loose reasons why the client may not be able to maintain this new reality. So coaching actually follows this process where the client comes to you with a now current model of reality. You do your change work, and then they have this new reality. But how to really strengthen that process is to insert two sub-steps that will guarantee that your changes are more likely to stick. Well, first of all, loosening the model will make it easier to do any of the tools that you're trying to affect with the client. And then cleaning it up and making sure that everything fits together and nothing's left unattended to so that they can make those patterns dominant is also something that most coaches forget to do. So what you want to do is make the change and then ensure that they do it that way every time so they can't not do it that way. These components make the process of coaching actually much smoother, makes it faster, takes less effort, and makes your tools more effective. So consider this model for coaching when you are approaching any change work with a client.